A fascinating place to explore, the charming city of Tucson certainly has a lot going for it. Set in the scorching Sonoran Desert with magnificent mountain ranges rising nearby, it's a stone's throw away from stunning scenery. There are countless outdoor activities and other active things to do in Tucson for locals and tourists alike to enjoy. Home to the University of Arizona, the state's second-largest city has a lively yet laid-back feel to it, plus a thriving arts and culture scene for you to delve into. Additionally, it has beautiful botanical gardens and historic neighborhoods with many sites and tourist attractions relating to the Wild West. So, here's the list of 15 best things to do in Tucson, Arizona. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Here we go. Number 1. Arizona Sonora Desert Museum. Arizona is quite, desert. Why? There's a whole lot of sand and scrubland going on here, with a ton of wildlife living within it and a lot of culture and history, too. To educate yourself more, the huge complex of the Arizona Sonora Desert Museum definitely counts among the coolest stuff to do in Tucson. It's not just one museum, guys. This is 98 hectares of, mainly outdoors, stuff to see, but includes a whole bunch of buildings that run the gamut from a natural history museum and botanical garden, all the way to an art gallery and trails through the stark landscape itself. This comprehensive site is easily one of the best things to do in Tucson. Number 2. Saguaro National Park. Saguaro National Park is the main reason we visited Tucson, and it easily lived up to expectations. The park is massive, with an east and a west section separated by about 45 minutes of driving across the city. Both sides are beautiful, but I prefer the west as it is just expansive with many different hikes and stunning viewpoints. The east side has a great 8-mile road that goes to different trails and views, and it is an especially great spot for those that want to experience the park without doing much hiking. I have a full video of my time in Saguaro here if you want to see more of this fantastic park. Even if you don't spend much time exploring, drive out to Gates Pass for sunset. You won't be disappointed. Number 3. Reed Park Zoo. An excellent option for a family-friendly attraction in Tucson, the Reed Park Zoo houses more than 500 animals, and it takes about 2 hours to explore the entire facility. Despite its relatively small size, Reed Park Zoo is home to an astounding array of animals and is a firm favorite with locals and tourists alike. Lying to the east of the city center, its menagerie features everything from grizzly bears and jaguars to giraffes, elephants, and tigers. Founded back in 1965, the zoo has 4 zones for you to explore, which take you from Asia and Africa all the way to South America. As well as learning about the animals and their natural habitats through displays and demonstrations, you can also hand-feed giraffes and splash about in its wild and wet water park. Number 4. Mission San Xavier Delb. One of the most important historic sites in Arizona, the marvelous Mission San Xavier Delb can be found to the south of the city center. Known as the White Dove of the Desert, the beautiful white Baroque building exhibits some of the finest remaining Spanish colonial architecture in the country. Built between 1783 and 1797, the Mission is remarkably the oldest European structure in Arizona. Its fabulous features and facade are popular among pilgrims and tourists alike. With its elegant entrance and exterior, and exquisitely decorated interior with frescoes, paintings, and statues, it's a striking sight. Beautiful inside and out, you'll be in awe at the colorful frescoes, sculptures, and detailed carvings within. Number 5. Pima Air and Space Museum. Housing more than 400 aircraft and spacecraft, this is one of the largest air and space museums in the world. Sprawling across 80 acres, the museum offers both outdoor and indoor exhibits. Highlights include the Wright Flyer, which dates back to 1903, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner, and the record-breaking Lockheed State Route 71 Blackbird. Recent visitors appreciated both the indoor and outdoor exhibits. Most described the museum as fascinating and praised the on-site volunteers for their extensive knowledge of each plane's historical significance. Reviewers also noted this was a great educational stop for kids, and even visitors with limited interest in aviation enjoyed their visit. Several visitors highly recommended forking over a little extra coin for the tram tours to avoid having to walk in the desert sun. Number 6. Mount Lemmon Scenic Byway. Regarded as one of the most scenic drives in southeast Arizona, the Mount Lemmon Scenic Byway, also known as Catalina Highway Scenic Drive, is the only paved road to take travelers to the upper reaches of Mount Lemmon and the Santa Catalina Range. Aside from the arresting canyon and mountain views, the nearly 60-mile round-trip byway offers visitors the biological equivalent of driving from the deserts of Mexico to the forests of Canada. The road begins in the lower Sonoran Vegetative Life Zone and ascends to the high forests in the Canadian Zone. To learn more about the area, visitors can stop by the Palisades Visitor Center along their drive. Recent visitors highly recommended making the drive, which many described as spectacular and a must-do when in Tucson. Along with the stunning vantage point, the ride-up also provides a reprieve from the desert heat. Travelers said the temperature drops as you climb higher along the byway. Younger of age and younger at heart regularly regard this place as one of the most enjoyable things to do in Tucson. Number 7. Coronado National Forest. Just a cruisy 45-minute drive from downtown Tucson, through impressive desert landscapes, the Coronado National Forest, one of America's largest national forests, invites hikers and nature lovers alike to soak in breathtaking nature views along with its multitude of trails. The forest itself covers nearly 2 million acres of southeastern Arizona, and if you're trying to tick off as many states as possible, even parts of southwestern New Mexico. As for hiking, there's everything from flat trails that are perfect for beginners to advanced, multi-day treks that require camping out. Thanks to the extreme elevation and habitat variations, the diversity of plants, including yucca trees, cholla cacti, and prickly pear cacti, and wildlife is far greater than most other forests, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled. Number 8. Sabino Canyon Recreation Area. I love taking the open-air shuttle up to the top and listening to the narrated tour describing the geological formations and wildlife. At the top, hop off for a leisurely stroll down, snapping photos along the way. Bring plenty of water. Located along the base of the Santa Catalina Mountains on Tucson's northeast edge, Sabino Canyon's numerous hiking trails and wildlife viewing opportunities keep your eyes peeled for a Gila monster. Make this recreational area popular with locals and tourists alike. Visitors can picnic among the saguaro cacti and cool down in Sabino Creek. And if you're looking to get a feel for the area without breaking too much of a sweat, take a ride on the Sabino Canyon Crawler. During the narrated, hour-long open-air shuttle ride through the canyon, which is closed to private vehicles, the vehicle makes 9 stops. You can get off and explore at your leisure, or simply ride the shuttle back to the visitor center. For a shorter route, the Bear Canyon Shuttle is a 30-minute narrated ride with 3 stops. Number 9. Catalina State Park. Flanking the northern edge of the Catalina Foothills District, Catalina State Park provides spectacular views of Tucson and the surrounding mountain ranges, as well as more than 5,000 saguaro cacti. Inside, the park shelters 5,500 acres of canyons, streams, and hiking and biking trails that wind through the Coronado National Forest at elevations near 3,000 feet. Along with the gorgeous views, keep your eyes peeled for birds. More than 150 species call the park home, and it is designated an important bird area by the National Audubon Society. Some visitors choose to hike, but you can also explore the park trails on horseback. Catalina State Park offers an equestrian area for visitors with horses. Recent visitors called the park a must-do and said the large bird population is astounding. Most reviewers enjoyed the various hiking trails, and many advised heading to the park early in the morning to take advantage of cooler temperatures and plentiful parking spots. Number 10. Old Tucson. Fans of old Western movies might recognize Old Tucson's 1890s themed buildings, which served as a backdrop for more than 500 television shows and movies, such as Three Amigos, El Dorado, Joe Kidd, Winchester 73, and Tombstone. This place is one of the most enjoyable things to do in Tucson. This renowned film set, which once saw the likes of John Wayne, Paul Newman, Frank Sinatra, Clint Eastwood, and Ronald Reagan, now serves mainly as a theme park offering experiences and tours for visitors, although they still shoot movies here, on the 300 acres of desert landscape. Under new ownership by American Heritage Railways, Old Tucson reopened its doors to the public in October 2022. It debuted its Western experience in January 2023. Allowing visitors to take a trip back to the late 1800s for a first-hand look at the Wild West with a host of characters trained in immersive theater, think live-action cowboy gun fights, thrilling stunts, and an interactive search for missing gold. Number 11. Tucson Botanical Gardens. Boasting the impressive accolade of being named one of North America's top 10 botanical gardens in 2017, the lush and peaceful Tucson Botanical Gardens is regularly regarded as one of the best things to do in Tucson proper. This 5.5-acre property houses more than a dozen gardens featuring everything from roses, herbs, and cacti to irises and plants used by the native Tohono-O'odham people. In addition to the outdoor-themed gardens, visitors can experience the wonder inside the Cox Butterfly and Orchid Pavilion, which is open seasonally from October to May. Many garden visitors take a break at Edna's Eatery for breakfast or lunch. What's more, the gift shop offers unique items for the garden and home. Recent travelers were pleasantly surprised by the amount of shade the garden provides and reported spending several hours here. Several visitors especially enjoyed the butterfly and orchid exhibit. Others commented on the relatively small size of the garden. Number 12. Gaslight Theater. A Tucson staple since the 1970s, the Gaslight Theater offers an activity the whole family will enjoy, and one that allows you to escape the heat for a few hours. Performances at the Gaslight Theater range from musical comedies and melodramas to westerns and sci-fi spoofs. The theater receives praise from visitors for its entertaining shows and family-friendly atmosphere. Plus, the theater serves beer and wine, soft drinks, pizza, and free popcorn, among other kid-friendly eats. Reviewers were complimentary of the service. If you're after a family-friendly evening out, then look no further than the Gaslight Theater in the east of the city on Broadway Boulevard. Since opening in 1977, the theater has been popular with locals and tourists alike due to its enticing entertainment and welcoming ambience. While watching a show in the wonderful Wild West-themed theater, you can also enjoy a meal, drink, and popcorn as you boo the villain and cheers the hero of the play. Number 13. Tucson Children's Museum. The Tucson Children's Museum is located right in the heart of the city, and while it is not that big, it does a great job with the interactive and fun exhibits. My wife even said it was one of her favorite children's museums we have been to thus far. There are 4 main rooms, one for young children and the other 3 for bigger kids. The young kids area was a blast for my twins, and the older kids areas were very interactive and unique. The room with the cars you could climb into was incredibly cool. Overall, a fun spot to explore if you are traveling with a family, even though it is a little pricey at around $9 a person when we went. A great spot to let the youngsters run rampant for an hour or two. They'll get to embark on a fun, play-based, hands-on learning experience that includes everything from imaginative play to science experiments and art activities. With a cafe on site for the parents to hang out at, it's one of the best things to do in Tucson for visiting families. Number 14. The Mini Time Machine Museum of Miniatures. If you're a fan of dollhouses, room boxes, or miniature displays, you'll love this quirky and unique museum. Sprawling across 10,000 square feet, the Mini Time Machine Museum of Miniatures boasts 500 miniature houses and room boxes. From corner bookstores with individually made books to opulent homes dripping in crystal and silver, visitors stare in wonder at each meticulously crafted tiny world. The museum displays antique dollhouses dating from the 1740s alongside more contemporary miniatures. Most visitors, especially those with an interest in dollhouses or model planes, were impressed by the artistry and craftsmanship of the displays. Many reviewers were surprised by how much they enjoyed the museum and reported spending several hours here. It is incredible how many there are and how much detail each presentation has in it. If you are looking for something truly unique to the Tucson area, consider visiting the Mini Time Machine Museum. Number 15. Colossal Cave Mountain Park. A few miles south of Tucson near the community of Vail, Colossal Cave Mountain Park is home to one of the largest dry caverns in North America. Take a hint from the desert animals and head underground during the heat of the day. The Colossal Cave was discovered in 1879 by Solomon Lick, a local rancher. Today, the cave, which is now equipped with stairs and lights, is a tourist attraction that's featured on the National Register of Historic Places. Visitors interested in touring the cave have two options, the Classic Cave Tour and the Ladder Tour. The 40-minute Classic Cave Tour requires participants to descend 6 stories via approximately 360 stairs for a half-mile guided walk that features stories of the cave's history and lore, including tales of ghosts and robbers and geological wonders like stalactites and stalagmites. Those in search of an adventure may want to book the 90-minute Ladder Tour, which requires participants to navigate narrow passages and walk across rock bridges to access areas of the cave that have been restricted to most visitors since the 1950s. With guided tours, spelunking adventures, horseback rides, a gift shop full of t-shirts and souvenirs, picnic areas with grills, bike paths, and hiking trails for all levels of hikers/bicyclists, heck, even a butterfly garden, this is one Tucson attraction not to miss. Number 16. DeGaria Gallery in the Sun Museum. Located on the northeastern outskirts of the city is the delightful DeGaria Gallery in the Sun Museum. What started as a small site in 1951 has since grown into an incredible National Historic District. Its adobe edifices now house a captivating collection of artworks. Designed by acclaimed Arizona artist Xavier DeGaria, the sprawling series of beige buildings look a treat, with the standout site being its permanent collection of paintings. These highlight the history of the native cultures of the American Southwest, with many of DeGaria's astonishing abstract and impressionist pieces being on display. Number 17. Trail Dust Town. Nestled in the northeast of the city is Trail Dust Town, a unique outdoor shopping center. Rumored to have once been a movie set, it has Wild West-themed shops. Other sites for you to check out include a quaint old carousel, a Ferris wheel, and a miniature train. Since its opening in 1961, the tiny town has been a popular tourist attraction in Tucson, Arizona. People come from all around to sample the sizzling steaks at Pinnacle Peak, watch a Wild West stunt show, or try their hand at panning for gold. The last word. So, guys, this was the best list of things to do in Tucson, Arizona. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. People who come to this city are amazed by all of the awesome things there are to do and see. For the sun seekers and summer lovers, Arizona's second largest city sells itself as a vacation spot as formidable as any, with 350 days of beautiful sunshine every year. There's no shortage of things to do in Tucson under the glorious Arizonian sky. While often overlooked in favor of its bigger brother, Phoenix, the state's southernmost major city, tucked away a short drive from the Mexican border, is teeming with activities for history buffs, culture vultures, foodies, and outdoor enthusiasts alike. So, if you love to travel and you want to see the whole world, then Tripoyer is the channel that gives you a list of the best places to visit in the USA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icons for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye bye, see you.